I know I'm shot, but I don't really like get that I'm shot. I throw up just a bunch of blood, and soon I throw up, I drop. I start saying to myself like, damn, this shit feels so good. Not telling anybody to get shot or anything. I was so comfortable on the floor. It felt like I ain't been asleep in 10 years. Like, I felt amazing. Like, that's the best feeling I ever felt. Then I'm like, damn, this feel good. I can do this forever. I said that to myself. I said, yo, I'm fucking dying.
Yo, what's good, YouTube fam? It's your boy MasoMoney back with another video. And in today's video, I have a story that's been going viral all over social media about this man who was apparently a rapper slash trapper slash scammer. I don't know. He was living that street life to make his money. And he and his friend got set up by a female. He got shot multiple times. His friend is no longer alive. So he's telling the story of how this happened to him, how he got backdoored, and then the friend's mother comes out at the end of this video and tells us what her thoughts about this guy and the story that he's telling. So make sure that you watch this video to the end with me. Like, comment, subscribe. And the only reason you are subscribed yet is because you didn't know who I was till now. I got to tell you that till we hit our first 1,000.
A man who goes by the name Kumonte from Suffolk, Virginia, took to social media to share his heartbreaking yet courageous story about the day he was set up by a woman after attending a friend's funeral. The incident took place on January 29, 2021. He details his near-death experience, the loss of a friend that night, and how the event changed his life forever.
He got a
This
zipper.
is not just a story. This is a testimony.
All right, story time about how I got set up, shot, my homeboy died, and it was the night of my homeboy funeral. So,
it's a bad day, man.
Funeral, nah, I mean, we go back to my crib, and it was this young lady who I've dealt with multiple times, and she just kept blowing my phone up. So I'm like, it's weird, cause I ain't.
That's normal though.
Time, but I'm like, I know what she want. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So she come over there, right? Now, this is where it got weird. She don't drive. So I always either pick her up or I Uber her. So this one particular night, she drove. So she say. So boom.
I instantly backed off.
Everything normal. She come in the house. My homeboy on the couch. So then she proceeds to say, I'm hungry. So, you know, if she hungry, of course I'ma feed her. So boom. We go to McDonald's.
Oh yeah, good gourmet eats.
Well, before we even get to McDonald's, we get in the car. So I felt strange. So I'm like, what car did you drive? Like, where did you park at? Because they tow around here. They don't tow. But still. So she pointed at the neighbor's car. So me, I'm never home for real. So, like, I don't know who cars, who, this, that, and the third. So my thing is, I'm like, hey, I done seen this car a bunch of times. But I wasn't too sure because I ain't never home. So, all right, cool. She's in the car. I say, hold on. Let me go upstairs. I got to grab some money. I didn't go grab money. I went and switched my gun to a bigger gun. Boom. Red flag. When I knew I had to switch the gun, I should have like, all right,
just kick out.
Go.
Just kick out. Going on with your life, man.
I go upstairs.
Live to see another day.
Switch my gun. Come back to the car. So, boom. I switch the gun. We get in the car. She just texts. So I'm like, she texting a lot, but it's like, I noticed that like every time we go to like a stop sign, a light, she sent a text. So it's like, all right, so the whole time what she doing is, she letting us know
giving us a drop.
Yeah, type shit. So boom. We get back to the crib. So where I was staying at, you gotta go upstairs, then you gotta go to the door. One of those complexes.
Apartment complex.
So we get out the car. I'm looking around because I'm like, all right, something ain't right. Cool. So my mind.
So he hop out on time, like. So this been going on. All he did is took it to the restaurant. He talking about he already on point. He hop out instantly. I'm getting that vibes from my ass, but he gotta walk upstairs, y'all.
Man, this.
Already thinking Papa.
You know what I'm saying? So
hold on,
my mind like, man, this. But maybe I'm just paranoid. You know what I'm saying? So I get upstairs and walking up the steps.
Right.
I heard, yeah, you know what it is. Right? So boom. I'm thinking like it's my homeboy that's in the house.
What the fuck? Stop playing.
So cool.
Stop playing.
I heard, oh, you think I'm playing? So I said, oh. I turn around. Boom. It's 4 niggas. Gun up. Right? So I'm like, all right, cool. This real. So I say, damn, y'all got me. I look. Buddies ain't had no mask on.
Oh.
So I'm like,
they just want you to know who it was.
That's a big gun. So it's 4 of them. So I'm like,
right,
all right,
Dre.
I can knock 2 of these niggas, but the other 2,
Swiss cheese in your ass.
So boom. They like, hey, where the money at? So my homeboy in the house, I'm like, damn, I know this in the house. So cool. This the bad part. My homeboy was a heavy set nigga, so he had this, like, whatever you call it, narcolepsy, where you could just go to sleep at any time.
So he was up there out.
On the couch. So boom, I'm like,
he trying to let him know.
I ain't got nothing. I'm trying to yell, thinking like, all right, buddy gonna hear me, and I mean, come help me type shit.
Right, get him off you.
The moment I turn around and I'm like, damn, y'all got me. She says, oh, raises her hand. Them niggas split like the
Man,
Red
I fell
Sea.
down to my
And she
knees when the
went
dog
down, and I ain't see her no more. So boom.
Close that
like,
back door.
Don't tell me I didn't come here for nothing. I ain't coming for nothing. So I'm like, bro, ain't nothing here, bro. Ain't nothing here. Ain't nothing here. And I'm just being louder and louder and louder, thinking my homeboy gonna hear me. So boom. Next thing I know, I heard, bah, bah, bah.
All that
I'm
talking.
standing up. I'm like, what the f-?
Now they just gonna run in.
All right, so I heard, boom,
kick
boom,
his
boom,
door.
boom.
Go ahead and see what they gotta see.
I'm on the ground. So I couldn't feel none of my body. So all I heard is the door get kicked in and a bunch of shooting. So me knowing
4 dudes, your
homie really
homie,
get
bunch of
active,
shooting.
like, so I'm not worried about it. I'm like, yeah, he probably done heard all this while I was outside. You know what I mean? Because it happened right in front of my door. So boom.
And he's saying big boy get active. He with that
Get quiet. I think I like kind of went to sleep because I ain't heard nobody leave out the house or none of that. So I take a little minute. I open my eyes. I get up. So boom. I guess all the shooting, they shot the lights out and shit like that. But I could like see my homeboy on the couch.
Right.
So I go sit right beside him, but it's pitch black. So I'm like, yo, we good, this and the third, da-da-da-da-da. Cool. So I'm like, you know what? I know I'm shot, but I don't really, like, get that I'm shot. Like, boy, you need help. So, boom, I get up. I go walk in my room because I'm like, shit, you know, as you know, African-American people, when you get hurt, your mama tell you, hey, go lay down. So that's what my mind like, oh, let me just go lay down real quick.
He out of it.
Walking into the room, I throw up. So it's like when on my throw up, it's just a bunch of blood and like the inside or whatever I ate, this and the third. So
keep in mind, he shot in the stomach, y'all. So when he throw up blood, he literally throwing up his guts. And he losing all types of energy. From the point of this story I'm at right now, his homie already out of there. If 4 dudes ran in, his homie probably DOA.
Soon I throw up, I drop. Right? So boom. My eyes closed, I'm sleeping.
You're trying to get that energy back.
So I start talking to myself. I'm like, damn. Oh, I'm shot. Like, I'm good though. I'm just tired. Let me just lay down. So I start saying to myself, like, damn, this feels so good. Like, not telling anybody to get shot or anything. But
probably the most peace you ever feel.
I was so comfortable on the floor, it felt like I ain't been asleep in 10 years. And motherfucking somebody gave me a blanket, some water. Like, I felt amazing. Like, that's the best feeling I ever felt. So if y'all was wondering why when people be like getting shot and dying, they just like can't keep their eyes open, it feels so good that you don't want to open your eyes. So I'm laying down, then I'm like, damn, this shit feel good. I can do this forever. When I said that to myself, I said, yo, I'm fucking dying. So cool.
Bro, like, do y'all think that when y'all, like, because I know when you first get shot, it's going to burn. Like, it kind of burn and hurt and all that. But at the end, when it all settled in, you already lost all your energy. You done did almost all the trying you can. You think that feeling of just relief that you get is because it ain't no yesterday, ain't no tomorrow. It's just the peace and wherever you about to go to right now if you don't get saved. Like that's like your life force going back up there with God or just going to blank. You know what I'm saying? So it probably sure is peaceful.
I see myself like on some weird shit. Like I could see myself on the ground.
What the hell? You astral projecting?
I was on the ground. I was in this pitch black room and there was a light coming over me. So boom.
I see the light.
Next thing I know, I'm on the ground in the room. I can see myself. It's pitch black. It's me on the ground and it's a light over me. So I'm like, damn. Like, so I'm in my mind like, yo, am I a good person? Like,
the last question.
Like, you feel me? Like, it's just like so many questions going in your head. Like, am I a good person? Like, is my people's gonna be smooth? Like, they gonna be straight without me? Like, am I a person to miss this, that, and the third? You know, just like last minute life shit. So, I could see myself, and then I heard something say, "Get up." So, most people, when you tired, like, you heard "get up," you like, all right, give me a second. Boom. So I'm like, all right. Then I heard again, "Get up." So I'm like, man, all right, 5 more minutes.
That's somebody trying to help you up there.
I just hear like, I'm talking about, it's like
trying to keep you alive.
Voice I ever heard in my life.
Last chance.
Boom. Instantly I got up. I can't feel my body. So I'm like, all right. I'm walking. So I'm like, damn, I think my homeboy hurt. So goddamn, I'm gonna just let him chill. I'm like, I'm gonna go get us some help. So I go outside and I'm like, all right, I can't feel my body. Like, I can't feel nothing. So I'm like, all right, let me knock on the neighbor door. So boom, I go to the neighbor door. And I swear in my mind, I was like this.
But he don't got no energy, y'all.
So I knock the door. Boop, 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 boop.
You barely hear it probably.
I don't hear nothing. Boop, 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 boop. I don't hear nothing.
Trying though.
It's an elderly person, so they always home. Cause I had a dog, and they would always come play with the dog and shit, like weird shit. It's cool though. So I'm like, damn, ain't nobody coming to the door. I gotta lay down. So, boom. I'm laying on the ground, and I'm like, yo, I gotta keep knocking though, cause my homeboy hurt. I gotta keep knocking. Do. Then the more I knock, the weaker that fucking knock was getting. So it's like, boom, waiting. Boom, wait, boom. So I'm like, damn. I guess it's just how it go. Like, you feel me? Like, when you get money, like, you know what come with it. So it's like, damn. I'm like, damn. Nah, I mean.
Let me translate that for the other demographic of people watching this right now. When he says getting money, this is not your average 401k. I am talking getting money in. Have you ever seen a 30K day? Have you ever seen a 30K play? He's talking about that street money, the money that's faster than the money you ever seen. I'm talking about the money that backflip 1 to 10 that you never seen before. So he's saying when you get money, you know it come with it, because if you get money in those ways, you become fair game. Even if you're not on, like, I ain't even on that. But if you getting money in those ways, it's okay. You're fair game. To the Jack boys, you fair game. You're not a family man. Oh, that's your motion, huh? How you get it? Oh yeah, we pulling up. You said he with that shit, right? We need that. That's what he talking about.
This how it goes. So the only thing I'm thinking about, all right, like, it's cool, but it's like, damn, like, I'm really dying, and this ain't the way I'm trying to go. So I fix myself up, and I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna just lay down. It ain't nothing I can do. Like, I completely gave up at that moment. Like, that's it. So I go lay down.
Over with.
I close my eyes. So boom, they just there. And then I could hear my heart, like, it was like this. Then that bitch just start going like this. Like, I can feel it slowing down. So now I'm like this. Cause I can't breathe. Like, my body's shutting down. So boom, I'm laying on the ground. I can't breathe. My heart's on to slow down. Cool. So, the day before this happened, my grandma come to my house. She like, doing what grandmas do, cleaning up, annoying and shit up, but like, just come and chill, like, just sit on the couch. She gotta clean up. So she stumbles about in my closet. So, most people, if you know, you know. So it's like, she like, hey, this is a lot of money. You need to get a safe. So I'm like, all right, cool.
Granny save him. Granny always save you.
That day. And she like, did you get the safe yet? So I'm like, you know what? Let me go get it. So magically, I go get a safe. I put a little bit of money in there, probably about 60 grand, 50, 60 grand, some shit. And I go.
PP said a light 60. If you're not playing like that, then shut up.
Go take it to my homegirl house. Cool. Back on topic. So I close my eyes, I get myself together, I'm laying down, and I'm like, yo, you know what? Like, this the end, like, you feel me? Like, I'm just talking to myself, like, damn, I can't go no more. But my homeboy in the house, I just hope somebody come get him. Somebody gotta come get my homeboy. I gotta make sure he good. I got to. So I close my eyes, and I hear, wee, 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 wee. The ambulance come. They come, I'm laying on the ground. They like, what's your name? What's your name? So I'm like, Cumonte. They asked me my date of birth, this and the third. Do I know what the day is? All that. I said, yeah. Okay. They're like, okay. So I'm like, hey, wait. My homeboy in the house. Get my homeboy. Get my homeboy.
He a good friend. He still thinking about his friend. He popped.
We got him. He's good. So they bring the little stretcher thing to put you on. And I wouldn't get up there because I'm like, no, go get my homeboy. Like, my homeboy in the house. As long as I can still talk to you, I'm smooth. Go get my homeboy. So I just won't going. Like, go get my homeboy out the house. Like,
they probably trying not to tell him.
Probably like, go get him.
Because we can't have you freaking out with all those holes in your body.
Okay. And then they go to the ambulance, get the second stretcher thing out. So I'm like, hey, let him ride with me. So the moment I say that, they put the little thing over my face. So I'm like, I remember going like this, and then I went to sleep. So next thing I know is, so boom, they put the thing over my face. I go to sleep. I did 2 surgeries, 3 surgeries, something. So I woke up, I had a tube down my throat. I woke up instantly, like, I'm freaking out, like, what the fuck, like, where I'm at.
Right.
So they pulled the tube out. They split my stomach open, a whole lot of other stuff. So I'm in there, it's like my 4th day. I'm like, hey, where my homeboy at? Where my homeboy at? So they kept saying, yeah, he downstairs. So all right.
Why would you do that?
A couple more days go past. I'm like, hey, where my homeboy at? Where my homeboy? They're like, oh, he downstairs.
I ain't gonna lie, that's bogus as hell.
He tried to come up here, but
if he gone and you talking like this,
doctors and everybody telling me. So,
bro, if this man is gone and they talking like this, bro,
where my homeboy at? Where my homboy? They're like, oh, he downstairs. He tried to come up here, but you was asleep. And that's all the nurses and doctors and everybody telling me. So I get my phone and I call my little homeboy and I'm like, hey, what you doing? So he picked up. He was in a suit. So, I'm joking like, hey, when you start going to church, this, that, and the third. So he was like, huh? What you mean? So I'm like, nigga, ain't you at church? He's like, yeah, but why you say that? I'm like, what you mean? So he like, oh, nobody told you. I'm like, nobody told me what? He flipped the camera. It's my homeboy laying in the casket that they told me was downstairs the whole time. So basically, like, that's how I found out he had died. So if you go back to the second part, when I was telling y'all that I was talking to him on the couch, once I got myself together, I realized he was never talking back. He was already gone.
Been gone.
Instantly. And that's what once I found out he was gone, they had asked me, I had asked the nurses and all that, like, yo, what happened? And they was like, nah,
so he was gone instantly.
Got shot 6 times in the chest. And he died on impact. So, moral of the story, man, y'all gotta move smart.
Close that back door, man.
About to set you up, or somebody about to set you up.
Don't even risk it, bro.
Alright, so the smartest thing to do, because everybody keeps saying, oh,
because he don't got a phone, jackass.
If you are,
he just got robbed.
It's for y'all. The first thing you're gonna say is, give me the gun. Now I know y'all probably say, why would you give him the gun? If it's 4 guns versus one of you, you can get 3 people. One of them is going to...
People have no situational awareness, bro.
They're going to take the phone along with whatever else is on you. So that's why 911 wasn't called. But the neighbor downstairs called 911.
4 years later, Kumonte has healed and gained valuable life lessons. He is now focused on his music and family, finding himself in a much better place, both mentally and physically after the incident.
All right, y'all. So that is the story of, I guess his name is Kumonte. He's a rapper, how his friend passed. But so now I want to give you guys the side of the story from the mother. I haven't watched it, but let's watch it together. I'm sure with the story having this many loose ends and a tragic ending from gun violence, I'm sure the mother has a lot to say. So let's watch this together. All right, y'all. Now let's get the mother side of the story. So now we have a face to the friend that he's talking about. So there's truth to the story. The name's Carrie Eden, KJ. And apparently this is KJ's mom speaking out about his story. So let's watch it. You know, if your son dies something like this, then she's going to have a lot to say.
Y'all know y'all don't see me up here very often, but I'm coming live today to counteract, to do some correction to a live that went viral yesterday concerning my son, KJ. Kumonte, for 4 years now, you have lied to me about my son. I have asked you, you came to me, to Charlotte, to tell me, to ask me for forgiveness about my son's death because you knew then that you knew who killed him and wouldn't say nothing. But yet now, 4 years later, you trying to profit off of my son's death when all the time it was your fault why he got killed. They wasn't after my child. They was after you.
No, she can't. No, come on, Ma. You can't do that. If this dude is as openly in the streets as he's making it seem, and your son is hanging with him as his best friend, that he knows what the guy is into, for you to act like he's just telling this story for profit 4 years later, I think he's just trying to kind of open up about the story. 4 years isn't when you would monetize this story. This is just like opening up about an experience to help someone else who may be in a situation where they'll get backdoored, where they'll get set up, where they'll trust the wrong people. That's what I think this story is more about, awareness than money, from what I got. Along with that, Ma, your son's in the streets. He can't tell you who shot him. They had no mask on. I'm pretty sure Kumonte and whoever his friends are looking for them, or looked for them, or tried to find them, or tried to take their head off their body. So why would we tell you, Ma? Forgive me, but we have to get it the way we know how to get it. That's what I got from that. Not that he did something wrong.
They was coming for you, and you knew my son was a protector.
And he was a protector.
If my son was there with you, he would protect you. But I thank God that he was asleep. He did not suffer. But you suffered. And you are still suffering right to this day. That's why you're doing the live, trying to gain money, because you...
This is a story of, I'm mad that you're alive and my son's dead. My son should be alive. You should be dead.
A conniving, sneaking, dishonest individual, a child that my son took under his wing when nobody else would give you a chance, when nobody in Lakeland High School in Suffolk, you, when you was going to the alternative school because of your behavior, my son was the only one who came to you
She's chastising him while admitting that her son has bad friends.
And I invited you to go places with him, to hang out with him, and you know what I'm talking about, because that's when he had a black BMW. See, my son didn't start off with nothing. He always started out with something of his own. You are the one with a leech onto my son. Then you have a nerve to say, oh, he was a big boy and he slept. He fell asleep because he had narcolepsy. You couldn't even say the damn word. Lord, forgive my mouth. But you couldn't even say the word. My son didn't have no sickness, no sleeping disorder. God allowed him to be asleep.
It's a God-fearing woman coming at you.
Of what was going to happen. And why I questioned, Lord, the God of mine, for many years, and why he took my child and not you.
I told you.
I questioned it, but I came to realization my child was ready. My child was saved. He may not have walked the walk like everybody else expected him to, but I know what he was.
They was living the same way.
Individual who loved everybody, who never, ever met a stranger. And everybody that has come to me, has talked to me, has blown my phone up since you went live with that foolishness, my phone has not stopped ringing.
It sounds like his
story.
You
gonna get on live and try to gain money from my son that you knew 4 years ago what had happened. And you chose to tell the detective you didn't know nothing. You even came.
So this is a problem, because if y'all don't know, I'm from Chicago. It's like a lot of parents like this in Chicago whose kids are all into stuff, whose brothers, whose son, who little cousin, all into stuff, and you the only one who don't know how deep in the streets he is, and then you try to act oblivious to it when his time comes. R.I.P. to him. I'm saying this as respectable as I can say, because he's not the first or last person who's gonna have a story like this. Your son can't be knee deep in the streets and you're confused when some street stuff happens. His best friend went to an alternative school. He's walking around with AKs and he made $70K today. You know none of the ways that they're living is on the righteous path that you're speaking of. So for you to act just oblivious, like, how does this happen to my son and not you? It's wrong. And that's the wrong thing to be putting out for the future. We got to start holding each other accountable. This is terrible.
Forgiveness. At that time, I didn't know why you was asking me for forgiveness, because I didn't think you had nothing to do with it. But now, 4 years later, and you doing this video, now I know why you came to me and asked for forgiveness, because you knew you had something to do with it. But that's okay. Your time is coming.
He got a zipper for it.
Your time is coming for everybody.
It happened to him too.
That you put out there, that you were set up, that you could see things. You had an out-of-body experience. That's a bunch of bull.
Now that I can't tell you to my last moments. I don't know about that.
When you were set up, you couldn't move. You couldn't check on my child.
Right.
Ain't nobody in no hospital told you that he was downstairs. My son was killed on the exact time that he came into this world.
Wow.
At 12:58 a.m. in the morning. You didn't even know my son was dead.
He said that though.
God made you suffer. And guess what? You're going to continue to suffer. Because instead of doing right, you still trying to do wrong and connive and scheme and get over on people. You've made it. One time you had even told somebody my son was homeless. My son was never homeless. My son stayed right here and suffered with my mother. And then he came to Charlotte, and whenever he wanted to come to Charlotte. I talked to you 2 days prior to my son's death on the phone, because he called me just to shoot the jive with me and told me where he was at your house. I even spoke with you, and then you gonna lie to my face 4 years ago that you don't know what happened to my son, leaving me with unsolved solutions, trying to figure out what happened, who did what, why they did stuff to my son, why they killed my son. Somebody that everybody loved, that loved everybody and never met a stranger.
This dude is a victim just like her son was. Like, they were on the same team. Like, alright, bro, alright, sis, alright, bro, you watching this video, you my homie. I'm sure there's plenty of things that I'm about to tell you that I wouldn't tell my mama. If we're about to go slide on somebody, if we're about to go pick out some new firearms, if we're about to go steal some money, these are things you don't tell your mama. So you got left out in the open, you got left all oblivious, but your son is knee deep in the streets. I'm gonna keep saying that. It don't make sense what she's saying. It's sad, but it doesn't sound like the guy's lying. That's why I did want to hear the mother's story, because I want to know, is the dude just making this story up? But now you got a face to the picture and the story of the hurt mother cursing you to go along with it. And from what I'm reading and what I'm seeing, this story seems to be very true, and it seems to have negatively impacted a lot of people. But it could teach us who watch this video a story, bro.
Was friendly and kind to everybody. But you, on the other hand, was conniving and sneaking, want nothing but a leech on everybody. It was because of KJ you got up. You came up because of KJ. Not nothing of your own. It was because of KJ and the people he knew and the connections he had here in Virginia and in Charlotte. But one thing about it, all KJ true friends came to my house every time he came to Charlotte.
Just making up something more of an accomplice, like they best friends.
You were not his true friend. He tried to be friends with you. They tried to be friends with you, but they did not like you, and they still don't like you.
I hope y'all enjoyed the video, though. I hope y'all enjoyed watching the video with MasoMoney. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Y'all want more content with me? I'm pretty sure there's a bell that you can click, and there's more videos coming out, so make sure you click that too.